My brothers and sisters, before we begin, please let us officially, crown ONYEKA officially as Mrs. MBADIWE. Hello, Mom. Fagba Mila. Ọ̀rẹ́ Zelu Emogo. Tasha Ma. Ozupe Pomo.
Ojuwe.
Olomo Pama.
Biliwe.
Zelomo Fo. Gather. Let's gather and pray for ONYEKA. All right, Mrs. MBADIWE, that's it. So I mean, she has officially, gotten that title right. It is what it is. So now you all can have peace of mind. Error of a ball. Is that Lami or Kocho? It's all right. Well, Sanem Clan. Waiting this soap. Now you know. Ijoba.
I'm saying.
All right, cool.
My stomach.
All right. Now, EBUKA, what's happening now? Sanem Clan. Tonight, I don't know. Some stuff actually we talked about, right? But according to what is happening now is the fact that, EBUKA wants to shake table on Victoria and Shaun's relationship. According to what's happening, people thinking that, it was a sexual relationship or whatever. I myself, I'm wondering that what has the stuff about them in Dubai got to do with the reunion? I'm confused.
Maybe because
it
was a talking point at a time.
Okay.
Like maybe that first day.
Yeah.
And it just fizzled out.
Okay.
So we need updates. What's up?
That's crazy.
You can't run away from it.
Okay. Well, listen to what EBUKA had to say while I know they finish. All right.
Yeah.
I don't think people did it. They think there's a sexual relationship that existed. There was a friends with benefits.
Yeah.
With Dubai in particular. Because what are you doing in Dubai? I just became friends from there. So just put the pin on it.
Yeah. Now, wow.
Sexual intercourse.
You guys heard that. And the way Femi is, Femi, like, the way Femi is more like, EBUKA, I'm here. Notice me now. Notice me.
I cannot waste my outfits.
That's crazy. What else to say about that, please?
To be honest, SNM Clan, I don't see the relevance in asking, to be honest, because but I understand if he asked, because even that time they came in, it was like something. I feel like we were not even paying much attention to the whole Shaun thing because of how Shaun was treating Victoria and how they were in their confessional outside the house. Do you understand? Their whole, what was their name? Shatoria.
Yeah, Shatoria.
Checkers and all these people. You guys saw their confessional. So like it was okay. So when they entered the house and Shaun switched up, it wasn't given. So like, and people now started like bringing up videos of them together outside, and the story they told the first day, because obviously when any housemate, when they enter the house, they give introduction. So during the introduction, you heard when they say, oh, they met in Dubai or something, Dubai airport or something. And since then they've been talking. So speculations now, obviously, oh, something must have happened, and all of a sudden you enter the house. Now you can't remember that Victoria is your partner, GK, like what's up? So based on that angle, me personally, I want to actually know.
You really want to know
the grounds, like how their was it a friendship or was it something for you to come into the house like that and just switch? You know?
I get that. You remember when I told you guys now that between Shaun and Victoria, any small thing, whenever they just came together, there was this, evident, chemistry between them from the very beginning.
Unspoken rules.
This too, it was so crazy, SNM Clan, that between them, I was like, Victoria doing her thing, Shaun doing his thing. But whenever they came together, it was so different that even from the very beginning, when Wani was coming, Wani was like, even asking Victoria, are you sure, you two are not, one or two things, right?
Yeah.
So for them was more like crazy, right? Because the only thing that gave, Victoria an edge from the very beginning was because of how Shaun was already treating her. If you can remember the diary session, the way Shaun would just be doing, feeling so irritated, and Victoria would just be so, like one victim. I called the outside. What really happened between these two? What's really going on here? Did anybody force Sean to come for this show?
Yeah.
You understand, right? But at the end of the day, this is EBUKA, of course, asking, that some people actually thought these two were dating. Did they actually think?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask.
They actually think Sean and Victoria were dating?
Think properly, just.
Nah. I've never had that thought. No, I've never.
I feel like there was something
between them.
Yeah.
So definitely, yes, they know there might have been something before. Something must have gone on, right? But that's why EBUKA wants to know, because once EBUKA has talked about, their relationship termed as sexual, and normally as they're dinner, they clap.
That kind of thing.
Oh my God. I can't even imagine that. That's crazy.
My mind is not even about like the sexual part. I feel
the
like
sexual part he wants to know. It's the sexual part he
I
wants
know,
to know.
but obviously, I want to hear what they have to say.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that what I wanted to know was the fact that before they entered the house, they had a fight.
Yes.
So, like, what was it about that Sean entered and carried that same vibe into the show? For me, it was natural, to be honest.
Okay.
But we didn't know then. Now, obviously, if you don't tell us that you guys had a fight that time that you were behaving in a weird way, we are going to feel some type of way about it. But when he now said they had a fight, I was like, oh, okay, I get it.
They had the fights, right?
Yeah.
But Messi, let us know what you feel about that, because definitely this is one of the things, that will happen, tonight about EBUKA, asking for the relationship. For me, I see no reason for that, honestly. I see no reason, but well,
yeah, I want
if you feel, context is needed, fine and good. But I mean, the stuff that is in the house, stuff that happened in the house, that's where, my interest, that's where my interest lies, right? But I mean, it is what it is. Well, someone said this, right? That what does what's happened outside before they entered the house have to do with the reunion? My dear, help me ask.
Because he followed them into the house.
Help me ask. Right,
even though it's not necessary.
It's not necessary.
But it followed them into the house. It did. Because at the end of the day, then don't come on the show. You came on the show. Yeah. And what you guys displayed, especially outside during you guys this thing, it looked like you guys were okay. Entered the house and it was giving like, something is wrong somewhere. So like, answering the question will not be a bad idea.
Okay. Well, this person said, ONYEKA go start another round of wahala with Victoria because of Sean. All right. So, well, this person said, to be honest, what happened in Dubai shouldn't be anyone's business. Well, this person said, my take on the reunion so far, Cassia, always on edge, defensive and bitter. Go.
We have to be saying something. When you read it, I say something.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to say something.
All right. My take on the reunion so far, according to this person, writes, Cassia, always on edge, defensive and bitter. Go, breathe.
When you give me and I give you, and when I sense something that my spirit doesn't accept, I'll give you if I want to.
Okay.
So that being defensive, other people were doing the same
thing. So you can't really state Cassia as being defensive when they come for him.
Yes. Or her husband. Or she senses a certain
You understand,
vibe.
Right? So if Nelly is talking about how Cassia was the reason why herself and Kelly Ray fell out.
Expect negative energy.
Expect something in return, right? If you can remember when Nelly said that, Cassia said, You don't expect Cassia to keep quiet, you understand, right? So she has to defend that, right? So if you're saying Cassia was always on edge, definitely she has to be on edge. Definitely she has to be defensive, right? About her being bitter, nah, come on, you understand, right? I don't think so, right? For ONYEKA now, this person said ONYEKA, bold, but consistently inconsistent. It definitely gives liar energy. Well, bold but consistently inconsistent.
I agree.
Inconsistent with what? Please, I need to know. Be specific.
Consistently inconsistent. Yeah, everything was inconsistent. Yeah.
Do you
know what it means for someone to consistently be inconsistent?
That's crazy.
Yeah, because
that's deep. Yeah.
I know why ADHD.
Okay, cool. All right. And of course, it definitely gives liar energy. Yeah. Who doesn't know that, right? It is what it is. Well, for Nelly, this person said, Nelly, unbothered queen, calm, cool, and totally misunderstood. It's Nelly misunderstood.
I feel like she was judged in a way.
Okay.
She was judged. Calm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, calm.
Unbothered. No.
No. Nelly is very, very much bothered.
Very.
Don't tell me say Nelly they unbothered. From where to where?
Don't tell me to.
Now, you know, she's very much bothered, you understand? But she doesn't know how to, like, you know, put everything in construction, right?
Yeah.
You know? She doesn't know how to do that. So if she thinks about something, but she's thought about how it's going to land, and if it doesn't land well, you hold your mouth. You understand, right? But cool, yeah, she's cool. She knows how to, like, you know, handle herself. You know, find her good. Courage, yeah, cool. You understand, right? But sometimes, you know, unless there is somebody that has a total control of Nelly's back, if someone stands for Nelly in the gap, you will see Nelly fighting as well.
Yes.
You understand, right? It happened with the whole ONYEKA. So I said, so Nelly, oh wow.
Oh, you can talk.
Wow, you can talk. Amazing.
Yeah.
I clap for her. I clap for her. Understand, right? I clap for her. So you can talk. Cool. Understand? So she knows how to do the stuff, right? But she sees ahead.
And I feel like she knows
how to. If it doesn't bang, she won't land.
Yeah.
She'll keep quiet.
She knows how to control herself.
Yes, you understand.
She might be bothered, but you can't suck her energy if she doesn't give it to you.
Exactly, right?
That's just what I like about her.
Cool. Amazing. Of course, you know, especially said about Victoria, you know, Victoria, graceful as F, sweet, calm, and poised. She knows when to speak.
Agreed.
Fair enough. Wani, friendly, easygoing, but outspoken, and smartly diplomatic. Wani.
True.
Wani, smartly diplomatic. When
has
Wani
during
ever
this
been?
reunion?
I don't know, but I mean, I've never seen Wani as a diplomatic person.
Nah, I've
seen Wani as someone that doesn't even think before she actually, talks.
I sensed a sort of maturity.
Maturity.
Yes. When EBUKA was saying some things, you could see her do, understandable, even when it felt uncomfortable.
Is that diplomacy?
Yes, even when she was in the wrong. It is. Even when she was in the wrong, if you hear her say, but you know that you did this, she'll be like, yeah.
Well, for me, Wani, diplomatic, I don't think so, right? But I mean,
when it suits, maybe.
Yeah, well, friendly, cool, easygoing, outspoken, definitely, right?
Yes.
For Sean, calm king energy, smooth, intelligent, and articulate. Yeah, calm king energy. Please slash that out. I don't think so, right? Smooth, well, cool, intelligent, definitely, and articulate, definitely, right? And of course, it's not. Sean doesn't pick sides, right? Sean is very open-minded.
He is.
If you want to pick out open-minded people, I can deal with Sean. Me and Sean can have come on.
I'm not sensing someone trying to butter me up or anything.
Exactly.
No, please.
Myself and Sean can have a very good conversation.
No bias. No nothing.
We can
if
reason.
I come for him,
exactly.
he's not going to take it personally. And if you come for me, obviously I'm not going to take it personally because I don't care.
Sean operates in the level like, bro.
Yeah.
I feel you, understand, right? Amazing. For who's this? Ray. For Kelly Ray, right? Petty with a capital P. Petty with a capital P.
Like petty.
Petty with a capital P. How is Kelly Ray petty? I don't understand. From where's the way? Kelly Ray has never been petty in my eyes, right? Petty with a capital P. Leaves for side eyes and drama.
Leaves for side eyes
and drama. How, please? How?
The whole side eye thing. When you don't want to offend people, so you tend to like act right, even though that's not how you.
So it's more of like Kelly Rayna, you see, notice me or Aslika.
Aslika vibe.
Or this it's more of like I want to like please you for not to put me in your bad book.
Maybe.
What does that have to do with side eye? According to what this person said, leaves for side eye and drama. Percy with a capital P.
Leaves for side eye. Oh, leaves for side eye means like. He can just like cause drama and like
from where to where.
I don't
Please,
agree.
I don't
agree. Kelly runs away from
drama, from problems.
Please.
Understand, right? Petty. Kelly being petty,
no,
he's not a petty person.
He's not.
Kelly is not petty. Understand?
If
Kelly actually wants to mean what he says, he go mean now. Kelly is not the one that does all this cheap drama. He doesn't do that
carefully.
And he's
the type of person that if he sees those sometimes. Kelly, please now change it for this person.
Yeah.
Do you get? Because I don't like when you just cackle one side and you just and that person is there. You just go and tell the person how you feel.
Okay.
But he will just go in the corner and just talk about it.
All right.
I feel like he does that to avoid wahala because according to Femi, if you kill a man or something, he will come for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Well, lastly, this person said, Chinwe, confrontational and fierce, but real. Came for receipts. All right. Shout out.
Shout
Shout out. I like this. Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Good breakdown.
I enjoyed it,
Yeah,
to be
nice
honest.
one. Well, SNM Clan, how do you feel about that? Aside that, aside that SNM Clan, aside that, Dotsun, had something to say, right? Energy God. Yeah. And this really caused, a major problem. And I see no reason why this guy should be dragged for this. Because like I said before, right? Almost every fan of every fave or any fave, they can never, I repeat, never, ever, they can't ever be open-minded. Even if you take them to a church, take them under the bridge, put them inside hot water, pounce on them, they can't. Their mind can never be open. You understand, right? It's closed as we short, bata, unless they don't get fave, right? Because Dr. said this right, that I love ONYEKA, but on this, Victoria is right. A game plan is a game plan. Everyone is playing a game, and it shouldn't hurt if it doesn't align with how you see things. You can't get mad at someone for doing the same thing you are doing. You can't play double standard nature. You cannot be selective, right? You cannot be a hypocrite.
And you're doing it with so much pride. So much boldness.
You understand? If ONYEKA is talking about how Victoria was dwelling in a triangle, I don't understand. You yourself, you created that triangle and you wanted to be there. So in other words, you are stopping Victoria from doing her own thing, but you are doing the same thing. And mind you, what you were complaining about Victoria doing, she never did it. Did Victoria ever state that she was dwelling in a triangle? Did Victoria ever show that she was even interested in the triangle?
Now.
Instead, it was content was just pursuing this babe.
Exactly.
In fact, Victoria never hustled for any content.
Like say, she's the one that is always like going. Nah, I feel like she ran away from content.
Just running away from it.
And if she was actually like a game player, my God, that house would be on fire.
I said in the history of this community, what Victoria would have pulled, because she was just coming to on a platter of gold. Suge. Femi.
Do you know SNM Clan? It was even later today that I remembered that there was a Femi and Victoria friendship.
Yeah, before ONYEKA now stepped in.
All of a sudden, ONYEKA became the bestie. SNM Clan. And tell me why. Like, if Victoria is talking to Ozzy, and ONYEKA is talking to Ozzy, like separately, because at the end of the day, you can be friends with how many people? Yeah. It can be 5 people, 10 people. It's your choice, right? And if Victoria is talking to Ozzy, just they're here talking. ONYEKA is here talking to Ozzy, right? There's no triangle. There's nothing like that, because at the end of the day, it's a friendship. Ozzy, I've never said, I want to be your boyfriend, or Victoria, I want to be your boyfriend or anything. So there's no triangle there. If Victoria is not telling Ozzy that, what are you doing with ONYEKA? There won't be any triangle. If she starts to ask questions, right? It has turned into a triangle. Do you understand? But Victoria never, ever even tried to question Ozzy about the whole ONYEKA situation, whatever, because at the end of the day, we are just friends. Now, ONYEKA will go and question Ozzy and say, all this, blah, blah, blah. And even outside the whole Ozzy and ONYEKA thing, when she have conversations with other people, like Chizoba, like Chizoba, one of them, she brings Victoria into the conversation with her, Ozzy and Victoria, right? It turns into what? A triangle.
A triangle.
So how did Victoria create that triangle when you can be friends with Ozzy and she can be friends with Ozzy?
Exactly. You understand? So what Dotson said was actually correct, right? I mean, you cannot be blaming someone for the same thing you're doing as well. You're a pot.
But you're making them feel important.
I mean, you are a bloody pot, but you have the audacity to call kettle black. Are you not mad? It's crazy.
You have to differentiate it to some pots they clean.
Most of them are they clean.
Some pots, they don't use firewood, cook and die. So we need to know the difference.
Because at the end of the day now, for ONYEKA's side is more of like, if she claims that she was never interested in any triangle, almost every conversation from her own side was about who? Victoria.
Yeah.
And almost every conversation from Victoria's side, did she ever mention ONYEKA 100? No. So you can clearly see that, right? Because someone, of course, was selling the opportunities now. ONYEKA wasn't mad. I was never mad at Victoria.
Hey.
That she tried to exit from the triangle, but Victoria was hanging to eat on the show. That Victoria was one that was hanging on the. You can see
on the triangle. How?
You can see this person. You can see how delusional this one is.
Okay, let's try to reason with.
I will never.
Wait, let me try to reason with your doorhead.
I will never reason with this.
You said she tried to exit from that triangle, but V was hanging on it on the show. ONYEKA tried to exit. If she was trying to exit, how was Victoria hanging on the triangle? If ONYEKA was not in the equation, how would it have been a triangle? How? If she was trying to exit, trying, she didn't leave, trying.
Ask yourself, almost everything that was done. If you guys heard ONYEKA well, what did she say? You were calling this person Mrs. MBADIWEs. She said it again last night.
Auditioning
about Mrs. MBADIWEs, because we're going to go to the next stuff about MBADIWEs or what they are saying now.
Yeah,
is that crazy?
Now,
right?
It has turned to yes. We are the king.
It has turned to something else now. You understand? So whatever that's happening now, for her, everything about her was very, toxic, was very sly. It's not the kind of person that you can sleep with your two eyes closed. If you dare beside ONYEKA, you can't attempt that. You'll be so alert and make one eye day open. You understand, right? Crazy stuff. Well, aside that plan, of course, the the MBADIWEs, yeah, definitely. They have to say something.
I just love how Dottie is finishing them.
Yeah, definitely.
I just love it.
That's it now. You think it's all this stuff where person go talk, say, media this, media that. They play. If you talk anyhow, you receive it anyhow. Don't come. See, I don't enjoy, I cannot host people that come with a very stupid mentality and act some type of way. But when they come for them, they start acting like victim. Are you not stupid? You're not the victim here. You understand, right? You came for someone, and if that person class by you expect that person to be mature about it, it's not going to happen.
Let them say, boy, you're the bigger person.
Yeah, no. We don't do bigger person.
That's actually an insult to your person. Right from time, you're a small human being. Small human being.
Please. Well, of course, one of the MBADIWEs had to say this, right? Not OZ, not OC, right? This is, OD, Oderabi.
Oh my God.
Good. Now, he said this, right? That if they cause fights, everybody should relax. If it's about Mrs. MBADIWEs, it can be plenty. Hey. There are plenty of us. Don't forget the great one.
Oh my God.
Just say it. Say ONYEKA life. Say you don't see.
Oh my God.
All this, cheap material. They don't around. She's easy to be passed around. I mean, another way MBADIWEs go talk say, if this son no day come to me.
Because it's now a thing.
And they share them. They share them.
Audition for who is going to be Mrs.
ONYEKA na party jollof. You see them? That's what it is when you don't respect yourself. Trust me, go see respect. Mrs. MBADIWEs, that is what we are crying about. Now they talk say, don't forget the great one. We did plenty. Where there are a lot of us, you understand? So if OC, for example, no collect ONYEKA, if OC see no collect them, another person see collect them, they pass and say, okay, make sure they try to find the best. You understand?
Because this MBADIWEs thing there.
Crazy.
I won't lie. If some people actually have self-respect, this thing will not follow them to the reunion.
That's it now.
It won't. It will die on the show. And if you ask me, I'll be like, hey, because I'm over it. But no, you're not over it because you still want it.
Understand, right? So it's just what it is, right? ONYEKA was just pained that it was so effortless for OC to always see Victoria at any given time. But for her, na hustle. You understand? For ONYEKA side was hustle, you understand? Like she has to put herself out there and show the tremendous buttocks for it to spread out for Ozzy to see.
Even Ozzy wanted to humble Victoria at a point on the show.
At a point, wanted to humble her. You don't even understand. Ozzy was more like, he wanted Victoria to pursue him on the 100 like how ONYEKA was pursuing him.
Yeah.
That is what he wanted.
He saw that
as a challenge.
This. You understand? This one is so easy.
Exactly,
now,
because Victoria respected herself. It's that simple. You never hear her crying about Nana or trying to do things or do that, right? Because at the end of the day, that is what he wanted, right? Before ONYEKA, she was always giving, that's green light, you understand? But at the end of the day, it was tiring people. At any given time, ask yourself, if Uzi wanted to smack her buttocks, for example, ONYEKA will be there to give it to him. You understand, right? But I mean, it is what it is. Anything else on the table, please? Anything else?
Life of Botox matters. Please respect Botox today.
That is right. All right, so amazing. Well, let's just go happen tonight. Just planning lots and lots of stuff. Let's just see. But I mean, if this is what is going to end the whole reunion, man.
Do I'm serious? I don't think
you people should just ban it to the side.
That part where Ozzy said, "I'm going to scatter this place."
Yeah, I've not seen that.
No,
and definitely it might be tonight. Maybe.
If it's not today, just know that we have next week.
Next week. All right. So this is what it is. Well, McLaren, everybody in the jury moment, comment here. Let us know what you feel about this video. If you love this video, please make sure I give this video a thumbs up. But like our videos, share with us. God bless you. Say thank you guys are the very best. You guys are awesome. Always remember never to give up. Be the best at what you do. Success is guaranteed. No options. Thank you guys.
Peace. Chocolate.